Every day at the bustling central railway station in a city amidst the hurried commuters sat a beggar. His name was Lucas, and he held out a worn-out bowl, hoping for a few coins to ease his hunger. People rushed past, some sparing a fleeting glance, others looking away. Lucas was invisible to most, just another face in the crowd. He had been begging for so long that he had lost hope. He felt forgotten, a shadow in the grand scheme of things. Day after day he sat there, trapped in a cycle of poverty and despair. One particularly hot afternoon, a well-dressed businessman stopped in front of Lucas. The man, whose name was Mr. Muller, looked at Lucas with concern. Lucas looked down at his feet, ashamed. He mumbled a quiet plea for help. Mr. Muller noticed the look of defeat in Lucas's eyes. He decided to do something different. Instead of dropping a few coins into Lucas' bowl, Mr. Muller offered him a hand up. "You always ask for something. Do you ever give anything to anyone? What can you give me in return?" he asked. Lucas was taken aback. He had never been asked that before. All he knew was how to receive, not to give. His mind raced, desperately searching for something, anything he could offer. But his pockets were empty, his spirit even more so. I have nothing, sir," Lucas stammered, his voice barely above a whisper. Shame washed over him. He felt like a failure. Mr. Muller smiled kindly. "Everyone has something to give," he said gently. "Think hard. What can you offer in exchange for my help?" Mr. Muller's words ignited a spark of hope in Lucas' heart. He was being given a chance to break free from the chains of his circumstances. He just needed to figure out what he could give. That night, Lucas couldn't sleep. Mr. Muller's words echoed in his mind. What can you give? He looked around his tiny flat, despair threatening to engulf him. He had nothing of material value to offer. And then it struck him. Earlier that day, he had noticed wildflowers blooming near the railway tracks. They were bright and cheerful, a splash of colour in the otherwise drab surrounding. The next morning, armed with a handful of wildflowers, Lucas returned to his usual spot at the station. He felt a glimmer of hope, a sense of purpose he hadn't felt in years. As commuters rushed by, Lucas held out a flower instead of his bowl. "A flower for your kindness," he would say, a shy smile on his face. At first, people were hesitant. They were used to seeing Lucas beg, not offer something in return. But there was something about his genuine smile and the simple beauty of the flowers that touched their hearts. Slowly but surely, people started accepting his flowers. Some even gave him a few coins in return. Lucas was elated. He realized that day that dignity was not about receiving, but about giving. Word spread about the flower man at the train station. People started going out of their way to receive a flower from Lucas, leaving behind generous contributions. Lucas felt a sense of pride he had never known before. He was no longer invisible. He was making a difference, bringing a touch of beauty and joy into the lives of others. One day, as fate would have it, Mr. Muller found himself at the train station again. He was surprised to see a crowd gathered around Lucas's usual spot. As he got closer, he couldn't believe his eyes. Lucas was standing tall, his face radiating joy, surrounded by buckets overflowing with colourful flowers. He was no longer a beggar, but a businessman, selling happiness one flower at a time. "Lucas!" Muller exclaimed, recognizing the man who had given him a new lease on life. He rushed over to him, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Look at me now. I'm a businessman thanks to you." Mr. Muller was speechless. He was overwhelmed with emotion as he witnessed the incredible transformation in Lucas. Lucas' story is a testament to the power of perspective. When he shifted his mindset from "what can I get" to "what can I give," his life transformed in remarkable ways. He discovered his own self-worth and the importance of genuine human connection. He learned that true success is not measured by what you receive, but by what you give. As they walked away from the bustling train station, Lucas and Mr. Muller, the businessman and the former beggar, now friends, chatted animatedly about expanding their flower business. Dear friends, this story teaches us many things. The businessman understood the law of give and take very well. All great businessmen in this world have succeeded using this very rule. He shared that rule with the beggar too. The beggar adopted this natural law, and its impact became clearly visible in his life. He changed his thinking, and his life changed. This story tells us if we change our mindset, we can achieve anything. If we always think of ourselves as small, we'll remain small. To become big, we have to think big about ourselves.